Namaskar friends, I welcome you all to video 3 of week 5. I am very delighted as you are here in this session, as this session will take you into one of my favorite areas of forensic linguistics, that is stylometry. The previous video taught us how cybercriminals use language to deceive, but in today's session we will talk about how we use language to reveal the truth. Just imagine stepping into a world where anonymity collapses, not because of technology, but because of the offender's writing betrays them. Stylometry is that world, and by the end of this session you will start seeing patterns in writing that you never noticed before, and I am sure that you will going to enjoy this video like anything. Let me pose a question to you. If two strangers send you anonymous messages, can you tell if they are written by the same person or not? Most people say no, but stylometry says yes. It is not like reading the minds, it is about understanding the scientific nuances of linguistics. Stylometry treats language like a behavioral signature. Just as your fingerprints, our gait or our voice carry unique features, or we can say unique patterns, our writing carries the unique patterns too. How come? Let us talk about it. See, we do not choose our patterns consciously. They emerge from habit, education, cultural exposure, cognitive rhythm, and personal preferences. This means anonymity on the internet is much weaker than people think. I tell you one secret. The secret is language remembers its author. Yes, language remembers its author. We need to understand the mechanism to identify this. Stylometry is the scientific study of writing style using measurable linguistic features. When we analyze text stylometrically, we look beyond what someone says and focus on how they say it. The sentence lengths, preferred words, function word usage, punctuation habits, collocations, emoji patterns, response intervals. Each of this becomes a data point in an author's linguistic fingerprint. Unlike the content, style is extremely hard to disguise. A criminal may hide behind a fake username, but they cannot hide their unconscious linguistic habits. And this is how stylometry comes in the picture. Stylometry works because writing is largely subconscious. People think they are choosing words freely, but they are actually choosing them within the invisible boundaries shaped by years of practice. And that is why you see the people using or choosing the words as per the professions. Talking to a medical professional, talking to a lawyer, talking to a teacher, talking to a businessman, and talking to a layman, you will find differences. The way they speak, the way they use language, the way they use words. Fine. You can never imagine or you can never come across a legal professional is using medical terminology. It's not possible. Why? Because of the years of practice. It is unconsciously built in the mechanism, and that is what we call stylometry that comes out on the surface in form of writing. Your favorite phrases, your preferred sentence structures, the way you use commas, whether you write okay, OKAY, or you write okay maybe in small, or you use O capital and K small, or you use O and K both capital, or you write only K small. These all patterns emerge effortlessly, and because they emerge effortlessly, they are consistent. Cyber criminals may change usernames, devices or platforms, but their writing style betrays them again and again. And that's why this stylometry becomes incredibly powerful in cases involving anonymous content, threat letters, extortion emails, cyber stalking messages, bullying accounts, hate speech posts, and many more. The question investigators ask is very simple. Who wrote this? And the answer lies inside the writing. Sound interesting, no? Yes. Even a short paragraph can hold enough stylistic clues to narrow down suspects. And when combined with metadata and behavioral clues, stylometry becomes a powerful evidence in form of a tool in unmasking offenders who believe they are invisible. Let's talk about a practical example. Let's consider a realistic scenario. A school receives threatening emails from unknown sender. The language is emotional, accusatory, and filled with unique punctuation patterns. Investigators analyze the emails and discover a striking match with the writing style of a student who had previously submitted essays with similar stylistic markers. Unusual spacing, repetitive modal verbs, specific collocations. There is no confession, there is no eyewitness, there is only writing, and the writing reveals the author. Friends, this is the power of stylometry. So now, after watching this video, when you start analyzing the writing styles, or when you look at the writing styles and try to map with the author, you will get to know lots of things. People hide behind anonymous usernames, thinking no one can trace them, but anonymity collapses from the inside out. Why? Because online anonymity is mostly a myth. Every text message contains social linguistic clues, dialect influence, region specific patterns, or we can say expressions, education level markers, preferred slang, and even micro patterns indicating emotional state. Your digital writing becomes the thread that unravels your mask, and stylometry pulls that thread with scientific precision, and where anonymity collapses. Let's talk about some of the habits that betray authorship. There can be fillers, discourse markers, opening phrases, closing phrases, or maybe verb preferences. The choice between I think, I feel, or I believe. See, these are not random choices. they reflect cognitive patterns. Even emoji behavior is revealing. Some people use emoji as image, some people use colon and bracket, whereas some people avoid emojis at all. All of these choices form an unidentifiable fingerprint. And the best part is, people cannot consciously alter all these features at the same time. They may mask a few, but the rest surface automatically. Now, how stylometry supports investigation and courts? Let us talk about it. Stylometric evidence is now being recognized in courts worldwide. In India, although still emerging, its relevance is increasing in cybercrime cases. When investigators present stylometric findings, they show mathematical consistency, not subjective interpretation. This objectivity makes stylometry powerful. The analysis can link anonymous posts to known writings, identify authors in group chats, detect ghostwriting, prove plagiarism, and even reveal when multiple people are operating the same account. The legal system benefits from stylometry because it converts linguistic intuitions into measurable evidence. Now, if you want to talk about stylometry versus disguise, why and how criminals struggle to fake style, let us talk about it. Cyber criminals often attempt to disguise their writing style. They shorten sentences, add unnecessary emojis, switch spellings, or imitate someone else's tone. But stylometry goes deeper. It looks at invisible structures, how often you use function words like the, and, but, if. You cannot consciously control the distribution of such words. You cannot even easily modify your rhythm of pauses, your natural sentence, or your habitual grammatical constructions. This is why even disguised writing eventually reveals the truth. Let us talk about the significance of stylometry in high profile global case. Stylometry gained global credibility when it unmasked J.K. Rowling as the author of The Cuckoo's Calling, despite her using pseudonym. The writing style of the novel matched Rowling's previous work with statistical accuracy. In cybercrime investigations, stylometry has revealed anonymous authors, darknet operators, and email extortionists. Each case reinforces the same truth: language is an unintentional confession. Now, if you want to deepen your investigator's mindset, what you need to do is, you need to read the style, not the words. As we move ahead in week 5, you need to train your mind to reveal writing the way a forensic linguist does. So, do not focus on what the person says, focus on how they say it. Notice consistency, notice habit, notice unconscious. When you start listening to style instead of content, online anonymity becomes to break, and once it breaks, the digital offender has nowhere left to hide. Mark my words. Now, as we come to the end of video 3 of week 5, it's time to thank you for spending this session with me. Friends, stylometry is a field that blends intuition with mathematics, creativity with precision, and linguistic sensitivity with investigative discipline. In our next video, we will explore how technology complicates identity even further through synthetic voices, deepfake speech, and linguistic integrity in AI generated audio. It is going to be a very fascinating journey. So, catch you there on video 4. Till then, thank you very much. Stay tuned in the course. Namaskar.